And by the way, there's I'll send you the link, but it's on YouTube. It was just debuted, even though we've had it for a while. But
Yeah.
we debuted this duet concert that Dewey and I did in 1996.
Seriously.
Yeah,
Okay.
23 minutes long. It's from a performance space in Brooklyn called Fifth House.
Okay.
If you go to my Facebook page, it's there. The
Okay, I'll check it out. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
and we kind of debuted it the other night. But anyway, it's
wow.
really nice. We play
A duo.
duo. Yeah. It's
Oh,
great.
wow. Amazing.
But I was playing. I had moved to Boston. I had moved from Boston to here in 1992,
Okay.
and I was still playing with the Either Orchestra
Yep.
and Charlie Colhase's band in Boston. So I was going back and forth quite a bit. When the first year I was back and forth, like maybe even weekly or something like
Oh,
that.
shit.
Maybe even whatever. Then it got less and less and less and less kind of thing. But once I was playing in Boston at a place called, was formerly Night Stage, was a place in Central Square in Boston. And I was playing in a group with two saxophones, the leader of the Either Orchestra, Russ Gershon, and Salim Washington, who is a saxophonist and musicologist who lives in, I just saw him about a year ago in South Africa. He lives somewhere in South
I don't know him. Okay.
And John Turner. Great bassist, John Turner, in Boston, swinging cat. So Night Stage, I'm not sure if that's what it was called at that point, but it was a concert room kind of place, club.
Yeah.
I saw Sun Ra there. I saw Pat Metheny rehearse like the music
really?
before Still Life Talking.
Really? Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
I rehearsed the music there. The first time I saw Bill Frisell was there. It was a double bill with Jane Ira Bloom. So it was Bill, Joey Barron, Kermit Driscoll, and Hank Roberts.
Oh,
And
wow.
then
Wow, beautiful.
Jane's group was Fred and Ratso and Tom Rainey.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
it was a cool place to see things. I've probably seen other cool things there.
Amazing.
But it was more of a concert hall kind of place.
Yeah.
And so Dewey was playing in a group upstairs with Ed Schuler and Victor Jones. And I was playing downstairs in like the club part of the club,
Yeah.
And so Dewey came down and was at the bar, and which he was at a lot, and listened to us, and he, after the set, he called somebody, or he got the saxophone player's attentions or something like that, to come over and talk to him. So they went over, talked to him, and they came back, and I said, "Wow, that's cool." He goes, "Yeah." He goes, he said to us, "Fellas, you sound cool, but your flat and your low registers and sharp and your high registers, you need to do your long tones."
Seriously? Wow.
And so he said, they said, "Now I want to talk to you."
Uh-oh.
So I walk over to him and I say, "Hello, Mr. Redman." And he goes, "What's your name?" I said, "Matt Wilson." He goes, "What's your mother call you?" I said, "Matthew." He goes, "Okay, Matthew."
Oh, wow.
And it's funny because all the saxophone players, that know this or know that legacy call me Matthew. Joe Lamano, Lederer,
Okay.
Jeff, Joel Fromm, a lot of people.
All these guys
call me
you played
Matthew.
with.
Yeah, because so they call me Matthew because of that. I said, "Where'd you learn to play like that?" And I just said, listen to records. I listen to stuff with him. He said, "Hey, let's keep in touch." So he wrote his number down. I still have that piece of paper.
Wow, that's beautiful. You should put it in a frame or something.
Yeah, and he said, keep in touch. So I would call him every month for about a year and a half.
Really? Oh,
I would just come up and say, "Hey, Dewey, it's Matt Wilson calling. If you ever need somebody," and I never heard from him. One time he picked up and, we talked for a second. Then one time I had done this European trip with Ingrid Jensen, and this would have been fall of '94 with Tony Scher,
oh, nice.
Larry Goldings, and Tim Reese. It's kind of the first time I played with
Larry. This connection then.
Created that relationship. So that was great.
Interesting.
And we really hit it off. And we had fun. And so I got home and I called Dewey. He goes, "Hey," he picked up. I was like, "What?" The phone machine. He says, "Hey, Matthew, what are you doing December 2nd, 3rd, and 4th? Or 3rd, 4th, and 5th? I guess." I said, "Nothing." He goes, "Got this gig in Canada, Toronto, Pilot Club. Can you make it?" I'm like, "Yeah." I said, "Yeah, sure. Yeah." So, that started, and I learned the music, and, I knew the music.
Yeah, sure.
I learned his music. And we were at the airport, and Cameron Brown was playing bass, and we had a little rehearsal, like across table, like like you and I'd be dining. He was like,
Yeah.
yeah. So I play this song, and see, I know these songs, so we get it. So on the way, he was like, "Where's Charles?" And it's Charles Eubanks. He's like, "Where's Charles?" And Cameron goes, "Hey, he had reminded you that that he has a wedding to go to. His son's getting married, or his grandson, or something like that.
Yeah.
He couldn't make it." Oh man! So they called Don Thompson, the great bassist who also plays piano.
Yeah.
Because Cameron Brown at this point had a booklet, kind of like one of these, like he carried with him, but it was thick. Had every information you ever needed to know, like every airline, every like hotel, base repairman in the middle of Austria. I mean, whatever,
Amazing.
So we called Don. We get up there. We played. We had a great time. And so on the way back, in the section of the Toronto airport, when you fly back to New York, you go through immigration there. So it's like you go, and there's a little snack bar area. And every time I'm up that way, it's still there, that little place. I kind of pay homage because that's what he paid me, and then asked me to basically join the band.
Wow.
So he said, "Yeah, I have a European tour, and I have a week at Sweet Basil's."
Oh wow.
So I was like, "This is really great." So then he was playing that weekend, the next weekend in New York. So my wife and I, my late wife, she passed away 6 years ago. We went to see him, and it was Ferrone, Ockloff, and Charles and Cameron. So we're sit within view of the stage. So we're playing. I'll never forget. No many people know this story. I don't tell this one this much, but we're listening to them play. And he liked to wander around a little bit. But he was so happy to see me there to check out the music.
Really?
And he comes down and he walks behind me. My wife's sitting right here. Felicia's sitting right here. He comes back around. He puts his hands on my shoulder and he kisses me on the back of the head.
On his concert?
Yeah.
During his concert.
Wow. Things are covered, check it out.
That's beautiful.
So I knew, And so then we just started this relationship, and he played on my first record as a lawyer.
As Wave Follows Wave,
Yeah, it would be 25 years next April that we made that record.